friends? It's Star Thrifter, and I have a thrift haul to share with you today. If you've not watched any of my videos before, I sell on eBay and I also sell on Poshmark, and we'll get right on to it. I list everything on eBay, and I only list some things over on Poshmark if I think it'll sell over there. Oh, before we start the thrift haul, I got to show you these really cool pairs of shoes that I got. I really like retro and like the 70s and things like that, and check out these shoes. They're not a spectacular brand. I mean, they'd sell for a little bit, but look at these shoes. Are these not cool? I thought those were the coolest shoes, and they're just GNA Beanie and GIANNI and then BINI. But anyhow, I just thought that they were super cool. They're really high. I used to wear the really high shoes, but not anymore. I basically picked them up just because, for display, for looks, just because I like them. I mean, I have some other shoes too that I purchased just to have. Sometimes you can just sit them around and they look kind of cool. But anyhow, I wanted to share that with you. We'll get right onto it. This first piece is a Vince, and this is a very nice piece. Vince, it depends on the piece. It is high end, but some pieces sell for more than others or sell quicker than others. But this here, I have to put my glasses on real quick. I think that this has, this is cashmere, and that's how come, or has it, it might be a blend. Wool cashmere blend, and their cashmere usually sells pretty nicely, but it is ombre. Look at that. I thought it was beautiful. I think that's a beautiful sweater. There's a tiny little spot, and I'll have to get that out, but it's very, very minute. I think I can just, get that to come out. And, but that's the brand there, Vince. And I'll have to do comps on this. I don't know how much, that will sell for. I haven't had any of the Vince with cashmere in it for a while, but I know I think it was all cashmere quite a long time ago. It was really nice of Vince. This is Athleta. And some people say they do really great with Athleta, but I kind of find that it sits. I don't know. Maybe it's the pieces I picked up. But it just depends, on the piece. But this was very nice. It's very heavy, actually. It might have to go priority because it's got some weight to it. It's more of like it's not exactly a waffle, but kind of, but it's a nice piece, and I'll have to do comps on this. I think that their sweaters, you would think would do pretty, nice, especially right now, this time of year. We're just approaching winter. That'll be a nice piece to pick up. I want to list, let me rephrase that. I want to list 20 pieces every day, but sometimes I don't have enough inventory. And I've been, having a hard time getting enough inventory for, 20 pieces every day. But that's the goal anyways. This is Wild Fox, and Wild Fox usually is a good brand. And some of it sells for, quite a little bit of money. However, I've had some pieces lately kind of sit, but they've been plain, and this kind of is too, but I thought I'd take a chance. It is an XL. This is more of, it's almost like a thermal, and hopefully it will sell, but that used to be a pretty great brand. Write in the comments if you pick up Wild Fox and how it's been doing for you. It probably depends on, the style and what it is, but that's still a nice brand. This is a good brand to pick up if you're not familiar with it. It's like a golf brand, Jamie Sadak, and they always have really cool wild prints. If you watch some of my other thrift haul videos, I think I had another one on there recently, but this is what it looks like, the tag, and they can sell for a little bit of money. I try not to ever have this happen, but I had a sale, I think it was last week or the week before, and I couldn't find it in inventory. I know, we've all done that, right? But it's very frustrating, and I try to really, really avoid that happening. And it was this brand, and it sold for either $31 or $33, and I wasn't happy because I, wasn't able to fulfill that brand. And what I did, because you don't want defects against your account, and there's different ways, and I'm not telling you what to do on that. But I asked her if she wanted to choose something else from my store, and or if not, I could cancel the purchase for her and refund the money. And she said to go ahead and cancel. So I was able to click buy or ask to cancel. That's really, pushing it. But, that way it didn't get a defect. Sometimes what I have done too is, well, there's just different ways. We won't go into that right now. We're doing the thrift haul. But anyhow, this is very, very bright color. Neon has been, bright colors have been popular, but I showed you the tag. They can go anywhere. I'd say maybe $20, $30. It just depends. But that's a nice golf brand. You don't come across them that often, but it's a nice brand. At least I don't. We the Free, and I have a hard time passing up free people and We the Free, but some of it really sits. I think what it is, I think the market's kind of saturated. This stuff doesn't sell for a lot of money. Some pieces do, but it just depends. But anyhow, this is a black thermal. I thought maybe that would sell because, we're approaching wintertime. It's kind of like a black, kind of more like that. Kind of like a thermal sweatery material, but that's We the Free. I have to do some comps. It looks like it might have like what's considered the raw hem. And we'll see how that goes. Cable knit. I haven't looked this up yet. This is usually a men's brand, Hickey Friedman, and it used to be high end. And I haven't been doing a lot of men's clothes as much lately, and I haven't looked this brand up for a while. But this is a large, and hopefully it's a men's large. It must be, because I don't know if Hickey Friedman made women's. I'll have to check. I'll have to do comps, but I was surprised, and I thought that's cool. A lot of times it's been more like I used to, when I looked them up or whatever, or watched other resellers, they were usually like suits or maybe dress shirts. But anyhow, we'll have to give this a check. I don't know what it feels like. It's probably just a cotton, but that will be an interesting piece to look up. I didn't look it up in the store, and you really should, especially if you're going to get very much or pay very much for stuff. But that was $5.99, and I might have got it half off. I can't remember what day I got that, because on Fridays I get half off if I can get whatever fits in these blue bags that you can buy for $10.99. You only have to buy the bag once, but whatever fits in there, you can get half off. And then of course I shop the color of the tag for that week. It goes to $1 on Friday for the weekend. Soft surroundings, I've mentioned that quite a few times. Some people say they do great. I don't know. I got a lot of pieces listed. It doesn't seem to move that great for me. It used to sell for more, but starting to try to price it a little bit lower. And it seems like it's selling a little more. But this is nice. It's like a sweatshirt. It is a large. And I did find, and I have heard that maybe the soft surroundings, larger sizes, maybe large, extra large, might be easier to sell, obviously. But this is kind of nice. One thing I like about soft surroundings is you can look up the style number and then Google the style number, and then you can get, keywords to use for your listings. And I know I've mentioned it many times before. I didn't used to take the time to do that, but now I do. And I think on, a lot of the pieces, and I think it does make a difference, on selling it. Just remember, don't use any of the stock photos on eBay. I know, a lot of other people do. You'll see other resellers doing it, but you are not supposed to. And you can get, could ask you to take that listing down, but then also eventually you could probably get your account shut down for that and get in trouble. But anyways, this is Elaine Fisher. Elaine Fisher is a really great brand. It's more of a classic brand. I do list it on both eBay and Poshmark. It kind of can sit a little bit. It takes a little bit to sell sometimes, but usually it will sell. And this is a nice piece. Feels more like just a cotton. I'll have to look it up. But if you get the Elaine Fisher pieces that are like the linen or the wool or some things like that. I just sold a Elaine Fisher cardigan. It was cashmere, and it was open front, and I think it was all cashmere. I held out, and I really kind of wanted more, it seemed like, but it sold for either $50 or $55, and that's still really great. You got to remember, it's hard because you got to remind yourself, these are used items. And I know we go according to comps and what they're selling for and things like that, but I try to keep that in mind a little bit. Still, that was a really great, flip on that, piece. I don't know how much I paid for it on that piece. Anywhere from maybe $5 or $7 at the thrift store. But that was a, great sale. And it was beautiful. I did hold out, though. I had a lot of lower offers also. This is Theory. Theory is also a very nice brand. Same thing, though. Some pieces sell for more, some don't. If it's a silk or a cashmere, it's going to sell more. In fact, now that I think about it, when I was talking about the Vince, I can't remember now if it was a Vince or a Theory that was cashmere I sold a long time ago. But this is a nice piece. I'll have to look to see what it's made out of, because it almost feels like this has silk, and this might be a silk piece. It really feels like silk. It is. It's 100. Well, it's silk, but it, excuse me, it's silk, but it has a polyester lining. But this should sell for a little bit of money because it is silk. Okay, let's see. Does that complete that? That completes that bag. I have another bag here. I'm just gonna move some of these real quick. But anyways, sales have really been picking up, and especially I'd say at least from the first of last week, they've really been picking up quite a bit, and I was very happy. And let's see here. This is, I do a lot of plus size clothing that I sell, and this is a St. John's Bay, and it's a 2X, but it's very pretty. Look at this little peasant top with the embroidery around it, but it's St. John's Bay. And like I said, I sell, and I'm gonna kind of watch how many pieces I pick up of Talbot's. I think now, I've been picking it up for a while, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep picking it up as much. I do have some men's clothes that I picked up. I've been wanting to get more inventory. I picked up some men's stuff. This, I don't know about this. The only reason I picked this up, because I wouldn't pick up this brand otherwise, but it was a big size. Oh, no, sorry, it's not that. Oh, crap. This is only a 33. I thought it was bigger. It's not a cup. But they're, cargo shorts. I don't know. I normally wouldn't pick up that brand as a rule. This is a really nice polo. But it's Puma. And the only reason I picked it up is because it was very nice. I just pulled a whole bunch of my Ralph Lauren's and Adidas and some of the Nikes and stuff like that, polos and men's, because it just seemed like they're moving that much. Write in the comments how you're doing with men's clothing. Because it was just like sitting, a lot of that. And I did group, I think, a few of them together, and I have a few more to do. But I only picked this up because it was just really, really nice. Hopefully it will sell due to color. But for a while there, Puma was kind of, selling a little bit more. But I don't know now. I'm kind of not picking it up hardly at all now. This is Hugo Boss men's shirt. Seems like when I looked at comps, they don't do that great. But hopefully they'll do a little bit. I'll have to do comps on that. But like I said, I really need some inventory. However, you don't want to pick up a bunch of stuff and get it listed in your store. One, that's a lot of work. If the piece isn't really that great, or it's going to take forever to sell, or maybe not sell, or for very much money. But also, you can weigh your store down, and that can kind of slow your sales, they say. If you have a lot of them there just sitting as slow movers. Now, we do know with clothing, sometimes it is kind of long tail anyways. But I try to think of things that might sell within like 90 days. Now, a lot of stuff's going to sit longer than that. I have some stuff that sold, that's been a year or even longer, might have been 2, but not very much. I try to look for stuff that's going to move a little quicker. Obviously, we all do. But with clothing, you don't want a ton that's going to weigh your store down. Now, it really depends on how many you're listing a day, because if somebody has a listing goal of 50 or 100 pieces a day, they're going to have to list probably a lot of more of your bread and butter brands and maybe some of the little bit lower end stuff, but they're still not going to want to put a lot of stuff that's not going to move very quickly. But they're probably going to get a little bit less per piece on the things that they're selling, but they're selling more high volume. It just depends on what your business model is. This is I think a 3X. This is a Falls Creek, and I wouldn't pick up Falls Creek in small, medium, and large, extra large, but this is a really cute plus size, and I would pick it up plus size, and it's brand new with tags. It looks like it says it was I think it was $24 new. That's not very much, and this actually might be something that's sold at, God, probably maybe like I don't know for sure, but it could be like Myers or whatever. But this is a nice piece in plus size, and it will still sell. But I wouldn't pick it up even new with tags probably if it was the smaller sizes. I wouldn't, because a lot of that stuff just sits even if it's new with tags. Depends on what it is, but that's what I have found anyways. 1X Jones, New York. This is also a new with tags. It was $29. It went on sale for, it looks like it says $15. It doesn't say if it had like another, price for it. If it's a sleeveless sweater, actually this is very nice, and it's like a cowl neck, and this will sell, I think, because it's very nice. This would be great for like the office or anything like that, but that piece will sell. That was sold, it looked like, I think, Marshalls. And let's see, LL Bean, same thing. Only picking up certain things. Last year was really some of the pieces were trending, especially like the jackets, and then they said like the fisherman sweater that was like cream and kind of like a cable knit, you know, or whatever. But I would do comps for it. Spend very much on it this year because brands can change in styles of what's popular. Some of the LL Bean stuff that I have is sitting, you know, do comps first, but some still sells, you know. But I'm just gonna kind of watch what I pick up. I did pick this up because it was really nice. It's just a medium 100% cotton stripe, but it's real heavy, thick. Hopefully that will sell. LL Bean, you know. And but this, you know, I got for $1. You know, that's not a lot investment, but still, like I said, you want to make sure you're buying stuff that's going to sell. Talbot's is another one. I'm gonna start being a little bit more choosy on what I pick up. It was another one that Talbot's and Chico's. They're supposed to be two brands that were kind of, you know, selling again a little bit more. This has been this year, but now I don't know. Seems like a lot of pieces I have sitting. I have brand new tags Talbot sweaters, a few of them, and they're sitting. However, you know, I'm not gonna sell them real super duper cheap, but you know, I may have to drop the price a little bit, but still. But this was really nice, and it is a petite, and it's a medium, but it's really cute. It's embroidered along the bottom cotton. It's really cute. For a while there, I tried to totally, almost always, avoid petites, but lately I've been selling some petites, and that's interesting. Even in plus size, I didn't even know they made plus size petites, and they do. But anyways, this is a nice piece. It's VIP by Avenue, and Avenue I think is sold at like Myers, but this is a 26-28, but it's like a kimono and it's open front top. I think this will sell because it's a nice piece, and I went ahead and picked it. Otherwise, Avenue, I don't pick up a ton of it. You know what I mean? It is a Myers brand, and but it depends on the piece. If it's something super cool, this I don't know if this will sell. I had heard that some Billabong pieces could sell. But this is like actually like a black burnout. If it doesn't, I might keep it because I really like this t-shirt. In fact, I might just keep it because it is a black burnout and I like burnout. But it's a Billabong. But I have heard that some pieces sell. Probably not all. You want to do comps before you know, buy very much of it. This here is a Garnet Hill. And this is another brand. This is, I think, a 10. Another brand that supposedly is supposed to sell, but I find that it kind of sits. But they are usually nicer pieces. This is silk, and this, you know, will sell. And it's kind of like the, I don't know if you call them still a wrap top when it's on the bottom like that. Write in the comments if you know what keywords to use for this style top. But that will sell because that's silk. But anyways, that completes the haul for today. Hopefully you've got some benefit out of it. And if you'd like, you can subscribe. I got a lot of videos up, and you can check that out if you'd like. And if you can do me a favor and push the thumbs up button, I'd greatly appreciate that too. And please leave a comment. Many prosperous sales to you. Thank you.